When you have content you want to applying at the top or the bottom of every page in your document, at last thing you want to do is enter that stuff in yourself on every page. Instead, you should be using headers or footers. That's why we are going to explore in this movie. Let's say, for example, at the top of every page we wanted to say something kind of copyright information and the year, and the bottom of every page may be some page numbering, whether it be a plain number in the center or the word page, and there are many options to choose from. So to get from the headers and footers there are few different ways. The easiest is simple double click in the area above the margin, because that's where your header and footer information go. Either above the top of margin at the top of your page or below the bottom margin at the bottom of your page, and you can see on the ruler it's represented by this gray area. So if we go down the bottom of page 1 right near the bottom edge of the paper and double click, you can see it opens, and of the footer section at the top of the page is the header section. So anything we add to the bottom or the top of this selection will be appear in every page. We just need to enter it once. So let's go down the header area, down here in the next page. Just click inside there. You can see your cursor flashing. Let's go up to the home tab. Let's make this right align so everything that entered here will be lined up on the right hand side. We could type in the date or we could go to insert. There are date and time right there. Give it a click and then choose a format that we wanna work with. I am gonna go to this one here. You can choose whatever you like and click OK. It gets inserted right up there. Well, what's about the bottom? Maybe at the bottom would be a good place for some page numbering. We can click in there and we can start typing. But whatever we type is going to appear on every page. Instead, we want to use a code for the page numbering, and it's available to us because you will notice there are new header and footer section to the ribbon. With the design tab, click that and you will notice that page numbering is one of the things we can insert into the headers and footers. So click the drop down. We want it at the bottom of the page, so we will hover over that, and now you can see there's a number of presets to choose from with a little preview of what's going to look like. Some of them include the word page or the abbreviations, some with the dots, some with lines, and larger and smaller than others. Let's go to second option, plain number 2. It's just a number all by itself. It's going to be centered. When we click this, it's actually added to the footer section. You can see there's our first one, the bottom of the page 1, and as we go down the next page we actually see the 2. It's not an actual piece of text what we type in, it's the code representing the page that we are on. So when we are done editing, we can click close header and footer right up here on the ribbon. We are going to see what it looks like for page numbering and the date in the top right hand corner of every single page. But what if we don't want on page 1? It's more title page and we don't want to see the date up here, or we don't want to see the page numbering on the first page. There's an option for making the first page different, so that makes it in the header and footer, and to do that we just do exactly what we did to create it. Double click in the header area and the top of the page and or the footer area down the bottom. I'm going to double click at the bottom of the page 1 and back in. Notice that we can have a different first page with our design tab selected here. That creates a different area on the first page. So whatever we do in first page now, you can see it's actually missing. That's gone. That date is gone. And the page numbering is gone as well. However, everything is still there on page 2 and there. And 3 if we scroll far enough down. We can even have different headers and footers for odd and even pages. Even if it is the same information, maybe left align or right align for the odd and even pages, that's an option. And we can even have different headers and footers for different sections in documents. Let's click the cross header and footer bottom here and see that our first page is indeed different. This doesn't include that date and page numbering, whereas the rest do. But what if we wanted some of them included, some of them not, some of them something different? That means creating different sections and using different headers and footers for those different sections. That's something we're gonna talk about next.